Jake Bates now, ready to get this one started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And they'll be brought out by the 2025 first rounder out of Ole Miss. Here's Jackson Dart.
One of the really cool things about Jackson Dart's career, both high school and college, is every step of the way he just kept getting better. And that's what the great pros do. Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, they never rest on their laurels. They're constantly striving to be excellent. That's exactly what Jackson Dart did collegiately, and what he have to do professionally.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now here's Cam Scannable on the ground. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on first. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Darts back to throw. He's got a screen to the running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On first down, here's Dart. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he works this to the 38 before going now. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it's good for a New York first down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Scannable now from the gun. His charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Going right back to Scannable. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Giants, first down. A gain of 11.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Oh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. From the gun, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. They'll air it out on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal.
This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, well, it went right through.
Gano ready to send this away. His return starts at the 5. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league. You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Connects on one to Jamison Williams. They're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45.
It's a gain of 11.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Off play action, Goff. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to throw again. Goff finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Again, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. He's hit before he can get anything on that return. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Short pass brought in. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down now, ball at the 33. Now Dart. Dialing up a receiver screen. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Going play action with Dart. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
A gain of 17
A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
First down.
They've run this 12-yard out route cadence combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. And this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Dart out of the shotgun. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Third down now. Here's Dart. Screen here for Scatterboot. And that will not be enough for a first down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. And they've left their offense out there. They're going for this on fourth down. And they bring him down around the 34. It's an 8-yard gain and a great call there on fourth down. Keeps this drive moving.
Giants first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, New York.
That down and distance tells you pass. More than likely you're going to get man-to-man coverage and your passing game is more effective. But I love that call. And the trust and the belief you have in your run game that even that down and distance, you can still get the first.
Tight end in motion left. First down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good for a New York first down.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down too.
Driving forward with Scatterboot. He bounce outside. He has a little bit there, about 3 yards. That's going to bring up second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Now Dart's going to the air. He'll step up, and there he goes. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants making a 9-point advantage.
Touchdown, Giants.
And this size distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants make it a 10-point ball game.
Lions nothing. Graham Gano to kick
Gano ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Goff to the air now. Screen here for Gibbs. Up the sideline, past the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
So 1st down from the 41. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They go play action with Goff. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. 3rd down coming up. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Jack Fox on the punt. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Giants and running back Cam Scadaboo trotting back out there. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. They go right back to Tracy. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Line up the design keeper. They gain 11 on that play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Throwing on 1st down. It starts. Took off with it again. This line puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Now the give as they set up the jet sweep. And they'll still have some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That right there, Kate, that just shows the level of preparedness this defense had coming into the game. They recognized the jet sweep from the start, and they nailed it right at the line of scrimmage.
Lions in the nickel. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Here starts. Another drop. The last 2 plays, both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to go. Completed over the middle. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the gun, Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and short.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Goff has it knocked out. And it's picked out by the Giants. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
Hey, a normal old stop with 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. The throw left side, caught by Neighbors. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's good for a New York first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing a 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Lions getting one more series here before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. First down throw from Goff. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Throwing is gone. Finds him over the middle. Well, he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first.
That's good.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Here's Goff. We've got a screen to the running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Throwing again. It's Goff. Taken in by Williams outright. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This from 40 on the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Gano ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. On 1st down, it's Goff. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable, and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Goff. Now he takes it. And Goff finds the field on a slide after finding enough for the first.
A gain of 6. And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Goff back to throw. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
3rd down and
this defense,
10.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Goff on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The Lions ready for the punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. Now here comes the New York offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here goes Doc to the air. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Quick one to the outside by Dart. And he's going to get a few here, brought down at the 33-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now Dart. Screen here for Scatterboo. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That one gains 7. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Dart going to throw again. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Incomplete pass on 1st down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, here's Scatterboo. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he's able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Oh, he's going to run for it. And Dart's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Giants first down. A gain of 14.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Running with Scatterboo. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On the carry, this is Scatterboo. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. And the Lions are there to bring him down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
The Giants are set to punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 24-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another one for Gibbs. Space past the 35. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Gibbs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Air it out on 3rd. He lofts it deep right side. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. Looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Driving forward with Scatterboot. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
It's Scatterboot on 2nd down. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Giants with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Going right back to Scatterboot. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Scatterboot now from the gun. Finds a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it 3rd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Darts out of the shotgun. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the gun, it's Tracy. Oh, he lost the football. And he falls on it, so they're going to keep possession and the chance to add to their lead. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, where they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants.
They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying it again with Scatteroo. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. On 3rd and goal, it's Dart. They did it! He made the interception! Roger McCreary takes it away. And the Lions have some new life in the 4th. There are costly interceptions, Brock. And then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. Yeah. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Hits him on the in route. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide, wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Finds the in route, complete. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Lions have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 43. Goff off the play action. That's Laporta again. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Pickup of 17. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. A give right side, here's Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Goff. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Running it after the penalty. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
They go play action with Goff. Right, reels it in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. He'll throw it. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. This will be from 52 yards. Got all of it, and this is good! And that brings things a little...
Perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Giants offense all set to get started. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. New York to the line, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He'll step up, and there he goes. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Giants are going to have the first down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Giants first down.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. On first down, here's Dart. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
2nd and 10 now. Here's Darts. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock's only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They send a man in motion. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Giants up by 4. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Tracy once more. Oh, he lost the football! And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't.
Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game.
This play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground, while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Third down, Tracy gets it. He's going to gain a good chunk of yards here. Looks like about 6, but that still brings up 4th down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They'll send out the punting unit. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And what we saw in the first half wasn't an anomaly, partner. They've kept throwing it to him as we work throughout the rest of this game, and the results have been just as good. Back to throw. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
And 6 yards to go.
To throw. And this one does not go far.
The tackle by Brian Burns. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.